There's a moment as a dad when you realize your kids are watching closer than you think. Not the big speeches, not the lessons, but how you move when things fall apart. I've had days when everything I built felt like it was slipping through my hands. See, perseverance isn't glamorous. It's quiet. It's gritty. Sometimes lonely. It's getting up when no one's clapping. Doing the necessary because somebody's got to. And for me, for many dads, that somebody is the man our kids will remember. Somebody that our kids have to not only remember, but that's somebody that they must know each and every day. That's somebody that always finds a way. Because when life gets heavy, when doubt shakes the ground beneath you, when darkness consumes your reality, when your pain outweighs your perspective, there's always a part of us that says, press on. Episode 9, press on. I'm just here to be dad. The show about everything or nothing at all. Life is constantly happening. And sometimes it feels like it happens all at once, especially as a dad, as an adult, as a human. As dads, we learn in moments the manner in which we must defend ourselves against the trials of life. Somewhat like a fighter being able to notice the stance of his opponent from his shoulders to the position of his feet to the shift of his waist, how he shifts his weight in a moment or a matter of seconds. The fighter can calculate in sum all he needs to defend himself and conquer his opponent. As dad's life is always happening in that same way, and at the same time our instincts kick in and dad happens. And that's the superpower and superhero concept, mindset, and motivation I seek to inspire dads to have. Because we are our children's superhero. The cape they see when they feel scared or worried, the shelter when the storms strike, the glue when things are broken, the shoulder for tears, and when needed to be carried. We dads are superheroes. And every day there's a villain or obstacle we must stare in the face and make up our mind. Press on. That's the thing about being a dad. To press on is the only option. We can't afford to hit the off button. The grit of our family depends on that dad power to stay on. Whatever your on button looks like, press on. For the dads in the dark, the ones grinding when no one's watching, the ones who cry in the car and walk through the door with a smile anyway. This is for the dads who don't feel like a superhero today. On Monday, today, April 13, 2026. The dad who feels more like a man just trying to hold it all together. Know this. That is the superpower. Not the perfection, the pressing on. Not the absence of fear, but the decision to move anyway. Because your kids aren't looking for a man without struggle. They're watching a man who struggles and stays, who bends and doesn't break, who gets knocked down by life, by loss, by doubt, by darkness, and still wakes up the next morning to press on. That's the legacy. Not what you built, but how you carried it. Not what you had, but what you gave when you had nothing left. That's what your kids will tell their kids. Hey, yo, my dad pressed on. So to all the dads today, press on. Happy Monday. Cause I'm just here to be. 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 I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. It's hard to maintain, but I'm just here to be, here to be. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. It's hard to maintain, but I'm just here to be. Da 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 da. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat that. Thanks again for tuning in too. I'm just here to be Dad. The show about everything or nothing at all. I'm your host, Anthony Yan. Far from an expert, but just a dad talking to dads and aspiring dads alike. My story, your story, that dad's story. Over a mic. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat. I'm just here to beat. Hey yo, it's hard to maintain, but I'm just here to be, here to be, here to be. Hey yo, it's hard to maintain, but I'm just here to be, here to be, here to be, here to be. I'm just here to beat that. Click, comment, subscribe, share. Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube.